shit, the hair is out and about today. God damn. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the Black Metal Rebellion. I'm your host, Jesse Morgan, aka Slammerella, and today we finally have another CD collection update to do. I know it's been a while, and I know you guys have been itching for a new one, as I've seen the last couple of videos I know aren't quite your tastes. I know you guys aren't really into the Redbubble merch stuff, and I see you guys really aren't into the book vlog stuff quite yet. Don't worry, I know you guys will eventually get hooked on that stuff. Hope everyone is having a nice quarantine week, and hopefully you guys aren't getting cabin fever too bad. Hopefully a bunch of assholes haven't stocked up on your share of toilet paper and other cleaning necessities. You gotta love people panicking during a minor pandemic, so that's always fun. But here we are anyways. We're doing a collection update for you to entertain you and help you get through these probably really boring days to come. Hopefully this shit'll end by the end of April and society can get back to normal in May, because that would be nice. So the first thing up, I already did a review of this, and it was something you've seen probably pretty recently going around, and that is Kavaen with the Funeral Pyre, the debut album by a Swedish black metal band that also includes elements of thrash and speed and a bunch of other really cool stuff. Really, pretty much everything on this is on point. The guitaring, the drums, the riffs, the production, the vocals, just a lot of really good things to be said about this. And if you want to hear a more in-depth opinion and review of this, by all means go check out my review of this album. I will provide a link in the description box below. And again, thank you to Oliver for sending me a replacement copy for this. It eventually dried out, and it's you can't really see it too much on the camera here, but there's a slight bit of water damage. You can see it more here where the pressing really kind of pushed in on the back tray, and there's other minor parts here. The book's probably the worst out of it all because the pages kind of stuck together a little bit, but I will be giving this away for free in a giveaway pretty soon, depending on what milestone we reach first, that being either 450,000 views or 4,000 subs. Either way, once one of those have been reached, we'll do another giveaway, and I'll include this as well as a bunch of other shit in that. So look forward to that whenever we can hit one of those milestones. Next up is another album that I did a review on. That is Hazard's second full-length album, Delirium. Once again, really good guitar riffs, just absolutely insane composition and drumming and solos. The vocals, if you know what the first album sounded like, are pretty much the same as that. Love the artwork. The thrash is just unrelenting and wild on this album. Absolutely love the color scheme. I like the zombie look on there. I like the green and the blue. The shading, everything's really cool. And if you want a more in-depth analysis on this album, I will also provide a link in the description box where you can check out my full review of this album as well. Excellent stuff if you haven't heard it. Amazing Canadian thrash metal. Alright, moving on to something also new. I'm not sure if this is 2020 or 2019. It's probably 2020. Yes, it's 2020. And that is the new Green Day album. If you're a punk fan, you know who the fuck these guys are. The wife saw this at one of the local record shops and decided to pick it up and give it a shot. We listened to it a couple of times on YouTube before purchasing. It's all right. It's, you know, it's not going to be the next Dookie. It's not going to be the next Nimrod. If you liked Revolution Radio, if you enjoyed 21st Century Breakdown, this is sort of like that. They got a little bit softer in this one, I think, and all the songs are really short. I don't think, oh, never mind, a couple of them actually do pass 2 minutes. So Junkies on High, Graffitia, and I Was a Teenager, those are 3 minutes plus. So I guess a couple of them are a little bit longer than 2 minutes, but mostly around 2 minutes. So it's a really short album. It's probably only about 15 or 16 minutes long, maybe slightly longer. And with how quick these songs pass, you basically need it on repeat. But then the songs themselves, for the most part, they don't have the repeat value. Listen over and over again, at least not to me. They're not as catchy as half of the songs they've put out previous in the last couple of previous years. I don't know. It's a funny, title, The Father of All Motherfuckers. That's a funny album title, and this artwork is really, I don't know, half-assed. What is this? A barfing unicorn that looks like it was drawn by an 8-year-old, and then just like a really poorly photoshopped logo on top of the arm of the American Idiot thing. I don't know. The art on this was sorely lacking, and I don't know. I don't know if that's the label's fault or if that's Green Day just getting lazy in their old age and not giving a fuck. I mean, I guess not giving a fuck is pretty punk, but when you're this successful, you probably should give a little bit more of a shit than what this album and artwork entails. So I'm gonna have to give this like a 3 out of 10 if I was to rate this album. Not anywhere near the best work, not even near the best work in the last 10 years either. So I don't know, Green Day, get your shit together. I Was a Teenager's okay, and that one song, Meet Me on the Roof, is okay. I don't know. It's not really my thing. Now, moving on to some real fucking punk. This I had to get. I saw this at my local Deja Vu Discs, which is closed until the 6th of April. Thanks, COVID-19. God damn it. But, anywho, this is Bad Religion with Against the Grain, their 1990 album, their 5th album, and this comes in between No Control and Generator. Really, really good stuff. I think it's kind of underrated, especially with this fucking weird cover art. I don't know what... I mean, I get it, Against the Grain, haha, Korn, but I think they could have come up with better art. I forgot to mention, too, the inside is actually signed by Greg, so that's cool. I wasn't expecting it to be signed by Greg, and that was really a nice surprise. So for the $8 I think I paid for this, hella worth it, considering this kind of not only filled that little hole that I had between No Control and Generator. Their earlier stuff was the best in my opinion, but it also is signed, so fuck yeah. Definitely 2 birds with 1 stone event going on with this purchase. So super stoked to finally finish off my early days of Bad Religion in my collection here. The only thing that I don't have from the early days is the one album where they were kind of really experimental, Into the Sky or whatever. The one where they kind of go like this psychedelic punk type of stuff that was only released on vinyl. I wouldn't mind getting that on CD if it ever existed, but yep, glad to have Against the Grain from 1990, their 5th album. And this next and final album that I'm going to show off here is something that I know one of my friends here on the YouTube community, in the metal vlogging community, is going to be slightly jealous and maybe pissed off that I got it, because I know he's got a lot of this band in his collection but doesn't actually own any physical copies. And I decided, thanks to him and inspired by his tastes, check it out. And I gotta say, it was definitely inspiring enough to actually pick up a physical copy of this. I've seen it a million times going in Deja Vu Discs, and I finally decided, you know what, I'm gonna pick this up and see how it is. And I was pleasantly surprised, because this isn't really normally my type of metal. And what I'm talking about is Sonic Syndicate with Only Inhuman. Now, this edition is the CD and DVD version with the cardboard sleeve. This extra version comes with a Live in Cologne, June 21st, 2007 show, video clips of Denied and Enclave, and a photo gallery apparently. So that's pretty cool. and some bonus tracks, Freelancer and Sonic Syndicate Media Player, whatever the fuck that is. So that's neat. These guys are a kind of like metalcore mixed with melodic death metal band and some alternative metal elements here and there. And they were actually way more impressive than I was expecting, because I know Lord Husk, if you're watching this, he speaks about these guys in high regards. Same with the Unguided band, the remaining members of these guys that went over into that project. And he can't say enough good things about this project. And I can see why now. Like, I was not expecting to enjoy this quite as much as I do. And these dudes pull off some of the most interesting melodic death metal, and with, once again, metalcore and alternative metal elements than I was expecting or could think could be done. So I'm really impressed with this. These guys are from Sweden, by the way. Everyone knows that Europe metal is normally some of the best stuff that's produced. So Sweden, Norway, Finland, and all that. So this is no exception. This is also some really, really decent produced metal. And I think if you have an open mind, you should give it a shot, because I really, really enjoyed this. This is their second album from 2007. And I might have to go searching for their first album now and pick that up. I don't know how long they continue this style in their discography. I know their lineup changed, I think, after their third or fourth album. But hopefully it's still enjoyable, because I actually really, really enjoyed what they did on this album, even though my tastes normally lean towards, obviously, black metal, and if I'm not listening to black metal, it's probably punk or thrash. So for me to get into melodic death metal and metalcore or whatever else they put in here, it's got to be good. So kudos to Sonic Syndicate for changing my mind. Thank you to Lord Husk for talking about these guys so much and getting me to check them out. I really appreciate your suggestion, dude. And if you aren't subscribed already, please go check out Lord Husk's Evil Empire. He would appreciate it. I would appreciate it, because you're supporting one of my friends. And check out Sonic Syndicate and the Unguided if you are open to new musical endeavors. That's it. That's my stack of new collection items for this month. And if I had to choose a favorite out of these, it would be pretty close between Kavan and Hazard. It's a hard choice, because these guys really do it for thrash, and Kavan really does it for black metal, but he also adds his own thrash and speed metal and other like awesome elements too. So very, very hard to rate one better than the other. I would probably stay away from the Green Day. I would highly recommend Against the Grain. And once again, if you got an open mind, go check out Sonic Syndicate and see if melodic death metal is your thing. So I have another book vlog coming soon, reviewing some of the stuff that I made through that last list of things that I told you I was trying to read. And then once I'm done reading one more set of things, I will do that book vlog. And then after that, we may have another Redbubble merch update. It's only 2 shirts, and then after that I probably won't be buying too much Redbubble stuff for a while, because I need to buy a tripod stand for this so I can do some better angles and stuff for the Stuck Skateboarding channel when I'm out doing clips and stuff like that. Also, once again, please go check out Stuck Skateboarding and subscribe if you like seeing more of this on your screen, and if you like skateboarding and whatnot. Highly recommend it and would appreciate it. So cheers for glory, for the Rebel Alliance. Slammerella out.